Everybody, come on in. Here we here. Come on in. So, how do you share it to my page?
All people, let's go, let's go.
Because I'm sure people want to come there now since they've been there. Come on in, y'all. Just give us a second. We're getting it together. We're about to chop it up.
We're gonna have a good time in the city.
This and see if I can share this to here. Gonna have a good time.
In the city.
No, I mean, yeah, but all right. So did it show up on my page? So how's everybody? I hope everybody had a good week. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry as shit. Why's my hat seem like something's going on with it? Something going on with it. I don't understand. Love, y'all. You gotta spread the love. You gotta spread the love.
Come on in, come on, come on. Gather around, gather around.
Come on, come on. I'm gonna just double check and make sure that this shit is popping on my Facebook page. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah, okay, let me get situated. Shit. Oh, okay, I'm about to do listen, motherfucker. Don't start with me this motherfucking day. We're gonna do the countdown. We're gonna do the countdown, y'all, and we will be right back when I find the shit. How about that? I see it. I sees it. I sees it.
Talk time, talk time. Come on, family. Come on in, tell your family it's going down right here.
Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife. Shit, tell them.
Well, yeah, don't tell the kids. We about to get busy on this one.
Unless they grown kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go have these conversations tonight. Sister Rita has put together a nice little menu. You kind of get your appetites wet for some conversation. We're gonna open up the phone lines today.
Yeah, we'll open up the phone lines today. So listen, I don't know. Should we go ahead and start with the Floyd Mayweather scenario? What's in the news? Let's start with the current events. We'll start with the current events. I don't know. The screen for me. So whatever, so I can show it. I gotta share the screen. So the Floyd Mayweather is supposed to be boxing this white dude from Ohio named Logan Paul or Paul Logan or Lucas Logan, I want to say his name is. And they had a little press conference and it kind of got a little bit out of hand. I'll show y'all a little clip of that here, how Tim is hooking it up. And my question is, did the white dude go too far? That's my thing. And what makes him feel like he has the privilege to come into our circles and do it in disrespect. You know, because it disrespect some of our icons. Yeah, I'm ready. Shit. Is it gonna play? They can't see it though. Look how little it is.
You have to pay for what you did to Japan.
See, it ain't showing up.
Is this you trying to rally an entire country around you?
So,
well, I know what you did to your wife.
One thing about me.
Floyd's 50-0. Nah, he's 51-1. He beat his wife too.
Man, all right, let's stop it right there. All right, cool. So now, there's a little banter before the fight. A little banter before the fight, which is okay. Now, also, let's set the scene. Because not only is he here, but his brother is there as well. And his brother walked up to Floyd Mayweather and untied his shoes. So Floyd is all calm. Floyd ain't doing nothing here. But the scene we're going to get to now is the one that made the news. Right? And
he also goes on to talk about you can't read. I mean, he was real disrespectful. He didn't talk about fighting, and he started making personal fucking shots. And I wish Floyd would have gave him a personal shot. Well, he tried to. I think he was going to. So here's the next thing we're gonna do. Oh shit! What happened to it?
Yes, okay. Get the paperwork for this bum.
Get Al Henry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't need Al Henry.
Let me call Al Henry.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat.
Got your hat.
Got your hat.
Chill.
So now, here's the question.
He ain't even fighting Floyd. This is his brother.
Right.
Who's fighting. What do I do now?
Make this one big.
Oh, I do. Okay.
All right, so the question is, first off, now, because a lot of people get offended and be like, it was only a hat. But they beat the hell out of that boy.
Then he came out with a black eye, or I heard 2 black eyes. What's up, Kiera? What's going on? Logan Paul. Yeah, she said Logan Paul was his name.
Right, Logan was the one that took that, right?
And then his brother is the one that's supposed to be fighting.
Right. So now, first off, now, because we know Floyd is retired and Floyd is doing these exhibition fights and stuff like that. Now, you know what I'm saying? As they say, I can't knock his hustle. He ain't selling dope, he ain't destroying the black community or nothing like that. He's building his empire. And he's choosing to fight these boys whose claim to fame is basically YouTube. Right? He's giving them an opportunity, putting millions and millions of dollars in their pocket. As a matter of fact, the white boy, after he got beat up, brought out a hat brand called Got Your Hat. Oh, yeah. So they're going to capitalize on the fight. They're going to capitalize on all this drama that they started because he shouldn't touch anything with it. Now, and then on top of that, people say it is just a hat. So we got these white boys being disrespectful, not knowing their place.
Disrespecting our champion.
Right. Not knowing their place. And then push it to a point where it actually gets physical now.
Lisa said he can't hear you at all.
Can't hear me at all. How you can't hear me? Listen.
She can't hear you at all.
Can't hear me?
Let me see what's going on.
Check one, check two. Check one, check two.
Hold on, we're gonna check and see. Nope, we can't hear you.
How is that possible? Check this out. Go right here. Settings. It's on the blue Yeti. I don't understand. So, blue Yeti is on. You can't hear me now?
I think it's this right here.
Check one, check two. Check one, check two.
Can you hear? Oh, now can you hear? All right, she said I can hear you.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is, we got young white boys in a position that they really don't deserve.
I don't see you.
They really don't deserve to be in that position at all. Right? And also,
I don't think you're coming soon.
You don't look like I'm coming.
No.
This shit don't make no sense. When the mic is on the other side, you can hear everything I'm saying. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Technical difficulties. God damn it. Check one, check two.
Hey, he said I can't hear him.
Say something, little while. Hey, you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear a little?
Excuse me. So somehow they hear you good. So the mic is. Go back to mic settings real quick. Let me see something. Check one, check two. Audio input. That's what's going on. This should be on output. This should be on that right there. Check one, check two. Check one, check two.
I think that did it.
There we go.
Everybody can hear you?
Yeah. Say something again.
Everybody hear me?
Go ahead, Hatim.
Check one, check two. Check one, check two. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so now back to the discussion. Back to the discussion. This is not the main discussion, so stick around. But we got these two young white boys in a position that they really haven't earned, other than gaining YouTube fame. You know, one of them won a fight and what, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like you in the fight game. We got other black folks that's been fighting their whole lives, that's been praying for an opportunity like this. They all gonna make millions of dollars, and he putting them in a position, and these white boys is coming out being very disrespectful. Very. And people's like, it's just a hat. He just took his hat. After he been aggravated, and on top of that, I want y'all to think about this. The current state of race relations right now is there is no place for some of these little white boys to be getting disrespectful in the way that they were. They should have came up there, said what they had to say, didn't have to touch nothing of his. Messed with him, tried to embarrass him, tried to belittle him, try to act like they belong, try to act like they're bigger than him. And all this is based on what? Because I'm white and I say so. I'm white and I say so.
Privilege. Is that called white privilege?
That's definitely white privilege.
Because you couldn't go on to one of their greats and say some shit like that to one of their boxing greats, like Rocky Marciano or whoever the hell white is good. Right. Paul Dorsey said, don't touch or take nothing
off of me, right? Especially with the history of West Asians taking everything. You understand what I'm saying? When he was having a discussion, the white boy asked Floyd Mayweather, why are you making this about race? Floyd responded, everything is about race, which is a true statement, right?
That's right. Dr. Neely Fuller says the same thing. Everything's about race.
So when you go and you start trying to play these little games that you are able to play, because I want you to think about this. There are thousands of fighters out there that have little brothers or older brothers. They don't come and act out like that. They ain't allowed to do that.
Okay, so, we have to remember that we have to be, when it comes to our icons, we cannot take the disrespect. We can't run around here saying shit like, oh, it's only a hat and shit like that, because that minimizes, our importance. So next thing we're going to talk about is...
Oh my God.
The beef between Kevin Samuels and Umar Johnson.
And this is going to bring us right into
our main event.
What we talking about. So for those that don't know, Kevin Samuels is a personal consultant, a fashion consultant for men and women. And he's recently, through the pandemic, has been able to build up a powerful YouTube channel and advice show where he is giving the rundown to black women.
When he says rundown, because I have never watched him, but I hear that he puts black women down pretty much. And my sister was telling me today that his sister called in and she said, what would you rate me? Which I wouldn't have called the motherfucker and asked him. And he said, you a 6 at best.
Now, let's talk about his scale. His scale. Now, hold on. because people want to know the sexual market. He called it the sexual market value.
Okay.
Your sexual market value. Now, because I'm gonna preface it with this, right? Now, people say that he run down black women, but he's giving sound advice.
Okay, let me hear some of this fucking sound.
All right, cool. First off, now on this show,
Umar said he ain't shit, and he needs to shut
cool.
the fuck
That's
up.
cool. I'm gonna get on Umar in a second, right? So now with Kevin, because you ain't let me get to the Umar.
All right, go on.
All right, can I get to it?
Nigga.
So Umar is upset because he feels that the man is putting down black women. A lot of black women is listening and saying that he's putting down black women, right? And what Umar is coming in, he's like, the black woman is the queen. The black woman is this. She got some issues, just like the whole black community has issues. Now, what Kevin Samuel is doing is discussing these issues online, right? So, for example, all his shows that I have checked out are about women attracting what he describes as high value men. And the way he describes it is a man that makes over $10,000 a month and has been doing so for over 5 years, I think. And basically is a six-figure brother that's looking for a wife.
Okay.
A black wife. Right?
So he wouldn't be, so the men that he's talking about wouldn't be your ass.
Oh, no, not me.
Okay.
Well, I'm a high value, but I ain't got high money. But
anyway, that's what his high value is. But okay, so let's
now. But this is the issue. Now we can stop there because we're about to get into discussion because this is about to get hot around here. I'm about to let y'all know, right? So call your friends, call your family, because the video gonna cuss my ass out, and I'm gonna love it because this is the issue. So he got women calling in, talking about they want six-figure men, how they don't want to deal with the quote-unquote regular brothers, dogging regular brothers, right? Because they're not worthy. And when he go on and say, all right, do you have the qualifications to get a six-figure man?
What's the qualifications to get a six-figure?
This the issue. He asked them, what do they bring to the table?
Okay.
And most of the time, it's nothing.
I ain't buying what you're saying.
Okay, cool. You ain't got to buy what I'm saying. All you got to do is watch the show, because what people are going off the clips. You're not watching the whole show, because the idea behind this is this. You want a six-figure man, but yet you want a six-figure man and live a traditional life, but you are not bringing anything to the table that will contribute to a traditional life, which goes back to one of the points that you're bringing up for today.
Okay, but this is what you tell me if this is true. The motherfucker said that, and this is true, that a man is a high value man doesn't give a fuck about how much money a woman is making. So if he one of them women that is out there talking about, I make such and such, I make six figures, so why he don't want me? He said to a high-powered man, that motherfucking money ain't what they looking on. It's more a physical thing.
It's more a physical thing and what you could bring to the home, because it's a traditional lifestyle. So a lot of women want a traditional. They want to have a traditional piece, but they have abandoned the traditional values that build up a traditional family.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that,
this is talking at high. Remind you, he's talking about high-powered motherfuckers, not the regular person, I guess. And
this is the point. His shows start off like that, and the piece that he's trying to get is to get these women to do what's called level setting. You want an extraordinary motherfucker, but you an ordinary person. Okay. You're doing nothing extra. You have not been trained to be a wife. You have been trained. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, and that may be true. So the high-powered motherfucker, so we automatically can assume that he's been trained to be a husband because he's high-powered.
So what is required to be a husband?
Well, for me,
to do what the wife wants.
See, and that's. No. But go ahead, because we're gonna get on that shit.
It's the truth, because the requirements of a husband, and you can hear it in the streets, is to do what the wife wants you to do. That's all requirements.
So is that what they mean when they say happy wife, happy life?
Right, and that's some bullshit.
And that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I'm saying it's bullshit too.
It's bullshit.
I agree.
You shouldn't have them kind of requirements on your man.
Not only, but because we need to get into some of the other discussions, but this leads into it. So now the major, because basically with me, I'm always finding the middle ground, because I'm hearing what Kevin Samuel's saying, I'm hearing what Dr. Umar saying, and we all know that there's some illness, there's some mental illness in our community. So when you brought up that he told a woman that she was a 6, let's talk about his scale, which is brilliant, by the way. His scale is talking about sexual market value, and he says rate yourself from a 0 to a 10, and you can't use 7. Right? So now women call in and will be overweight, will be, you know what I'm saying, and be like, I'm a 10. He's like, you can't all be 10s. We got to be honest about that shit. Right. Then there's no rating system. If everybody's a fucking 10, then what's the rate? So a sister called in, and she looked in the camera, and he looked at her, and he said, ma'am, you's a 6 at best. See, but a lot of people got offended by that, but this is how men be picking women at the club. You don't get mad at that shit at the club.
Well, it ain't no wrong with being no 6 if you can't be no 7.
You say what?
Ain't no wrong with being no 6 if you can't be no 7, but you cannot be a 10.
Right. See
what I'm saying?
So
but let me tell you this: you can still pull a motherfucker being a 6.
See, yeah, but that ain't the point. Is if you come to the table and you bring something, you can pull whatever you want. What he's saying is, women, level set, prepare yourself. If you say you want a 6-figure man, sometimes, see, because another issue that goes on in our community is that a lot of women pass over some of the 6-figure men out here, or some of the high quality men, when they were young, because the nigga was a nerd.
Oh, nigga, you still gonna go? Listen.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they do when they was young, motherfucker.
Right, but that's the point. Now, see, in our community, is young,
nigga,
right? In our community is young. You call it young, I call it stupid.
Talking about you said young first, motherfucker. When they was young, you said. When this is the thing, though, and that does happen when you are young. But once you get grown, motherfucker, you over 40 and you still crying about motherfuckers who didn't choose you in the 5th grade, nigga.
No, but hold on, no.
Or when you was 21, nigga.
But now I have options. I have options now. So don't get mad at men that don't choose you, because you was hot when you was young, and you gave it all to Tommy and Gerald and all of the rollers out there. And then now all of a sudden you want to turn around and be like, I want a 6-figure man. You get who you was messing with.
Right. I agree.
You get who you was messing with.
I agree.
See, because in our community, we talk this, they were young shit. But in our traditional culture, we was hooking up young. We done lost what family is about. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the
what
shit.
What family is about isn't about what he's talking about.
Because
he's talking about a specific fucking group of high-powered motherfuckers.
No, but hold on.
He ain't even talking to your ass.
But this is what he's talking to with me. This is what he's talking to with me, because you have to level set.
He's telling you niggas you get 6s, nigga.
No, hold on.
That's what he's saying, y'all.
Hold on. What he's saying is that one of the reasons that we're not getting together is because black women are living on illusions. You're living on illusions. You're living on illusions about yourself. You might be 40 now, still thinking that you're kicking it like a 20-year-old, and you think that you're going to be able to attract somebody.
Oh, you've been wearing weed for the last 15 years.
Oh my God.
You don't even know who you are.
See, nobody even say nothing about that part on the show. He said, listen, black women, if you want to attract a man, take that shit off. Yeah. He's saying the same shit in many ways. Him and Umar are saying the same shit. Umar is coming across it nicely and giving you therapy. He's saying it directly, and people are getting offended and getting hurt. What? And it's like, be honest, because we know all black women ain't no goddamn 10.
Right, we do.
And we know
that.
all of them is not gonna pull.
And I'll pull a 10 with a 6, motherfucker. But with all this, goddamn it, what the fuck you mean?
You say you getting offended. You taking it personal.
No, I'm not. I'm taking it real, nigga. I'm talking real.
All right,
that's
cool.
real talk.
But hold on.
And listen.
But you make a home.
See, but
I done been to your house. I done been to both your houses. You know how to make home. If you was to go out here and hook up with a man, and a man was to go out and work, and you was to be able to stay home, you would be able to make sure that when that motherfucker got home, that he was taken care of. He wouldn't have to worry about ordering out because Navita already cooked. He wouldn't have to worry about the house being a certain way because you already got it set up. He don't have to worry about a lot of that shit.
Understand
but a lot of these women,
sex can do that.
See, but what I'm saying. See,
now you motherfuckers want to worry about these 10 bitches.
No,
and then you ain't even in the picture because you neither one of you motherfuckers is high powered.
See, here we go. See, this is where it goes.
One.
This is where it goes.
Y'all don't even got something to say. Because he's talking about high powered motherfuckers.
He's talking
that
about
you motherfuckers.
Right. No.
And that ain't you, nigga.
All right, but
so
listen,
now.
But listen, one of the reasons that we're able to see here is right. See, because it's like this. It's like boom. And that's where it goes. Because it's like, all right, he's not talking about y'all. So why are you getting up in arms? Because a lot of the women that's calling in are looking down on men like me and him.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, and that's wrong.
But that's what goes on. And that's what has been going on. He sell books. I talk about black shit. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, what? Oh, you
okay,
niggas.
That's some bullshit.
All right, cool.
Because you know what? You got a woman?
Yes, yeah.
You got a woman?
But
okay.
I'm not.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't high powered and you got you a woman.
Hold on. I'm not high powered, but I'm high value.
Well, he ain't asked him. He wasn't talking about high
value. But hold on.
He was talking about high power.
Well, he called us high value. I'm high value. I'm not high earning. God damn it. I'm high value. I have values and shit like that.
But
and
that wasn't his definition of a high value.
One of his is of course making $10,000 a month. I ain't there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't there. But the point I'm saying is a lot of women that's calling in that want one of these type of men, and they're overlooking some of their friends. They're overlooking men.
I mean, I understand that. But I understand that.
You could be saying too that you want this six-figure brother, but you're not even equipped to even be with this six-figure.
And this
brother.
is and that's
the part we got to understand.
And that's the part we got to understand.
But here's what you got to understand. You might want that six-figure motherfucker, okay? And you may not have what is equipped to have a six-figure dude, but you know what? You may not have what's equipped to have a motherfucker with 4 figures or 5 figures. You just don't. It's not even about
it's not about your physical. It's not about you physically.
Well, that's what he's saying.
It's about how you do here too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, let's think about.
If I take you out somewhere and you screaming and hollering, at me.
Right.
If I'm 6-figure, right?
Even
if I'm 4-figure, right? And it's a place where
Anthony Alfred said it's the attitude of women that knocked them down from a 6 to a 2. I agree.
That's right.
See,
the attitude. And that's what he's saying too. That's
the only piece. Level set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're dreaming about something that you can't even bring nothing to the table for and missing out on the opportunities out here right now. You understand what I'm saying? And you're trying to force, like for example, you have some men that make 6 figures that do hard work. That's plumbers and shit that women will look right over because he don't wear a suit.
Okay. I mean, there's some women that do that.
See, but
sure. That does happen.
But the problem is there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah. And then now a lot of them are out here still pursuing illusions. You know what I'm saying? About what's set. Now, I will say this about his standards. A lot of his standards are Eurocentric, but we do have to understand this, that there was in all of our cultures a such thing as a high-value man and high-value woman.
Right, I can get that. Right. But there was nothing like his definition.
See, you caught on his definition. And you might be in
because we talking about that motherfucker.
But what I'm saying is you're caught on the definition rather than looking at what he's doing. Because the whole underlying piece is when you hear the underlying talking points, I'm trying to bring the black family back together.
I get it. You can't be precious and thinking you're gonna be with Method Man.
Well,
okay.
I will challenge this. I think a Precious could get with a Method Man if a Precious was to appeal to what a man is looking for.
Yeah, that's right. See, you don't have to have. All you got to do is appeal to it.
No one's getting Precious.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have.
But understand what I'm saying.
Sometimes people already know that you don't have. But if you carrying yourself correctly and you being correctly, I wouldn't mind taking you to the places where I hang out at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we talking about too in
And
this
Dr.
piece.
Umar's point is, boom, you need to stop being so hard on the sisters.
Yeah,
Sisters,
I think,
you shouldn't accept it because sisters.
But see, I got it. This is my thing with if you got a problem. So I like to listen to and Shahrazad Ali,
and that he's one of the ones he quotes.
And yeah, but she don't talk about that whole you to get you a high powered man shit. But nothing, she don't. Right. They're coming from and like you said, he's talking more on the Eurocentric level than she is. But my thing is this: if we're gonna talk about being from a different perspective, I feel like this, motherfucker. If women should learn, yes. What you want some water, Lumala? Yeah. Women need to learn from women. That's why I think Shahrazad Ali is out here and making these talks to women and telling women what they need to be doing. Yeah, well, it's still they ain't listening to that nigga either.
Shit, listen, I listen to his show on a regular basis.
Man, fuck
it ain't nothing but women on the goddamn show.
But they complaining.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You know, and it may not be the best example, right? But when LeBron James got into the NBA, you know, now his mother is a ghetto motherfucker, you know. I mean, you know, it's just like, you know, and he had to kind of like pull her back,
right,
before she destroyed him.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? Because she didn't know how to act.
She did
around high power people, and that's what the fuck he was becoming. He was becoming that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
7 figures, 8-figure kind of guy. And you got to be in control. When you be around people like that, you got to be in control of yourself.
Regardless of the culture.
Regardless
of the culture. And
you might look, I'd rather you step outside than scream and holler at me about something I did 2 weeks ago. So you can calm the fuck down.
Right. And I agree that shit there is not hot. I agree.
And unfortunately, this is the image that has been portrayed of black women, and is continuing to be portrayed of black women, because now we can get into black men too, because there's
and I think that's what his black ass needs to address. You talk to black men and what about black men need to do, and let the women talk to the women about what women need to do, and that's how our culture is.
But hold on.
That's an Afrocentric world.
Because now this is another piece a lot of people don't go to. When you look at Kevin Samuels started talking with men. This is what he started with. Right now, the issue is women are mad because nobody could tell y'all what the fuck is wrong. Yes, that's what it is, because y'all don't listen to Cher's side. Y'all homegirl, what was Fix My Life? Alanya Fix My Life. A majority. Now we ain't talking about you necessarily, but Alana Van Zant, she said it. They're not listening. Hell, you brought up Shahrazad Ali. We haven't heard about Shahrazad Ali for the last 20 years. Why? Because they destroyed her. And it wasn't necessarily white people that did that. It was a lot of black women that basically blacklisted this sister, right? And she's saying the same thing. You take out the figures and you take the black women are out of line. It's the same shit, and nobody could check y'all. So it got to be another woman, but no women is stepping up because nobody want to take that goddamn heat, because y'all bring heat like nobody else, and y'all bring it like men. That's fucked up.
Well, and I agree with that. There is a sector of women, a lot that have
a big sector,
a lot of masculine energy,
and they lie. And but then in the same token, you turn around and say, "I want a man to take care of me." I want, you know what I'm saying, not realizing you want a traditional home where the man is the head of the house, but you don't respect men. You don't respect especially black men enough to allow them to actually be the head of the goddamn house.
So, well, let me ask you this since we're talking about traditional families and whatnot, let me ask you this. Is traditional families even a thing anymore? Because to me, it seems like there is a battle or a plot against traditional families, because I even had went on social media one time and talked about how I like a particular man being more of a traditional style man. I like my man to pretty much be the protector. I like him to be the provider. I like him to be the, even I don't have a problem with him to be the primary decision maker, unless it's something that I actually have the expertise over him on, then I'll do that. But I don't have the problem with him saying like, well, this is my decision and it's final. I don't have a problem with that. And sometimes for me, that can be some sexy ass shit. And so I like a masculine man, you know. And I was told that I was, well, you know, being almost homophobic.
Wow.
Just by saying that.
See, and that's what we got to understand, because this brings it over to the rest of the conversation. With women being out of line and men being out of line, we have lost sight of the traditional family and what they were originally for. What were families originally for?
To make other families.
To make other families. To build a village.
No.
To build the tribe. Because really, before there was families, there was a larger unit called the tribe that made it possible for you to have a family, because an individual man can't necessarily protect everybody. So groups of men and women came together and started tribes, and from that you was able to have families.
Do you think that that's why, you know, they got so many single people out here? And I don't want to say just tap on single mothers, you know, but we got to take a deeper look at that and say, you know, why are you single? With three, 4, 5 children. You see what I'm saying?
And you know, still want a six-figure man.
And still want a six-figure man, but you haven't even, you know,
a high value man.
You haven't even accepted
no
the man that you once had who was taking care of the damn 5 children.
And that's one of the questions. That's another question that he asks on his show when these women call in with kids. He asks, why you didn't marry the father?
Right.
You know
what's the answer typically?
He's an asshole. He was crazy.
Yeah,
he was
because he didn't want, because he was all of that. Maybe it's because, you know, you didn't want to let him be the man. You know,
or maybe he didn't know how, because we got a lot of we're both having problems in the category, and I think a lot, just as black women have problems getting into that feminine role, I think black men have a problem getting into that masculine role, and they want a traditional family with what do you want to say, new aged motherfucking conditions,
and it don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
They don't want to be the provider sometimes.
Or they can't.
Or they can't. But I can understand if you can't be the provider. But I'm talking about the ones who just don't want to be the provider.
Those niggas shouldn't be laid down.
I made it. That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna make a choice about all the other stuff, you make a choice about who you live with.
Right.
You know. But I made a statement one time that I thought I said that this is what I said. I said that a woman's job is in the kitchen. And
you call hell on that one, didn't you?
I called hell on it, but what they didn't understand was that if you're going to be the nurturer of the family, making sure that the right food is ate, make sure that, you know, what you're doing in the kitchen where people get nourished at, you know, that's supposed to be one of your jobs. That's going to be your main job.
That's the most important.
That's right.
Right.
You know,
that's the most important.
But the women who were there rolled their fucking eyes at me.
Right.
And
right.
Like, what the fuck you talking about, Illuminati?
Right. Because for the last 2 generations, because if you conquer
because we're
people,
being taught that the traditional is attack on traditional family.
If you destroy the way to destroy your people is not just attack the person, but you attack the units that make it possible for you to build a person. Yeah. So the black family has been under a heavy attack for the last 2 generations, because how can I put it? Once this woman freedom shit hit and it was misconstrued and messed up for us, you know what I'm saying? Right? Then then all of a sudden we got all this freedom and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we lost what marriage was about. We lost what building a family was about. Because a lot of people gonna get mad, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. We have to start being honest. Family, just in the last 100 years, became about love. You know what I'm saying? Marriage just recently in these times came about love. It was about combining forces so that you could compete in the world. Building up something great.
Alfred said Willie Lynch is responsible for the state of the Black family. Perhaps it's the self-perpetuation of the syndrome that has us in this state.
It is that.
But it's our responsibility to
Right.
come on out of that shit. You can quote all of this other stuff, but it's our responsibility to work on self, man, so that you can be a better partner to your mate. You see what I'm saying? You can't just keep blaming it on that, you know.
And it don't matter to me what you want to do, whether you gay, straight, bi, or tri. But if you like traditional family and that's what you want, then you should be able to do that without being attacked. Because sometimes I feel attacked by people that come at me like, if I say I want a man that's masculine and I talk about different traits, they feel like that I'm being like, I'm putting a gender, there's
Right.
no
Yeah.
responsibility
Right.
in gender.
Because
And if that's what I like, then why can't I have that?
Because for you to have that will be a building block to us moving to where the fuck we need to be.
Right.
And this system do not want to allow us to be able to do that. So now, because I'm telling you right now, family, a lot of this shit is coming out of the fact that if we were to start family tribing up like I'm talking about and start developing family units, it wouldn't be shit these people could do with us.
That's right.
So is poly
And our black young men wouldn't be getting killed by police. You see what I'm saying? Part of that shit is all part of that same cycle. They want you to act irate, you know, so they can kill you.
Now, but
they want you to have that father figure that may be able to get you in line.
Now, but this is even deeper. We just saw a white boy act irate. Police didn't even, the only thing you heard the police say, I'll arrest all of y'all. White boy was irate, acting out of place. No, see, because it's deep, for me, it's deeper than that. Because if they know that there's something coming, it don't matter what you do. They're not going to touch you. That white boy got a tribe that he come from with enough resources to change that motherfucking police officer's life if he fuck with them. And this is what we got to build. And that comes with family, because we're playing life as an individual. Life is a team sport.
It's a team sport.
It's a team sport. You need a goddamn team. And the team starts with, in a sense, I say the tribe and then the family, right? Because back in the day, you want the line?
Your notes.
Oh. Back in the day, we chose mates. You ain't gonna be able to read that.
I got it.
We chose mates on what they was able to bring to the collective.
Right. And not just on how good they look.
How good they look,
how good they made you feel.
Make me, ooh. And those feelings are the same feelings you get when you're sick.
We caught up on feelings these days.
Right.
So speaking of family, are men naturally poly? Is it meant for men to have a family unit? Is it by nature to have more than one wife? Since we're talking about family.
I think
now, natural, I will argue, because it's a great question, but I will argue you saying natural and then you put it into the marriage unit. The marriage unit is something of the state. Now, if we want to talk about naturalness, men were designed to go on and make multiple babies in multiple women.
And why do you say that?
Well, I mean, you can look at it and see.
Okay, well, tell me what you see. Where are you looking to see it?
I don't get pregnant. I don't have to carry nothing for 9 months.
Okay.
I could run around and do all that. But in order for the tribe, if poly is my lifestyle, my job is to take care of all that. What we have right now is we have motherfuckers being poly, broke, and with no character. So that's a horrible combination. See, back in the day, because many of us have stories in our own family where we got elder men in our family who have families all over the same city. And they was taking care of all of them. And they didn't even know each other until the goddamn funeral.
Well.
She said, well.
I mean, that was happening, but it wasn't, I call that cheating.
I think that
you want somebody for you.
We have gotten confused, y'all. In this Europe, I mean, and we should be confused in this European society, but we prefer. I'm gonna show you how screwed up stuff is. we prefer our men to sneak around, do this, and you know about it already. You see what I'm saying? And you okay with it. But the minute you see him with her, then there's big problems that happens. You see, but we always look at it like I said. My son and my wife, my first wife, look, he get, if we understand the family, is that now me and my first wife, we get along pretty good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And me and her husband get along good.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking her, but the family, the children in that family gets abundance of shit. He has abundance of, if I ain't there, he can go to her husband and get the same result. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we kind of like say, that nigga better not bring that bitch around here. Well, what you talking about? Why you talking crazy talk like that? You know what I'm saying? The more the better. Not the less the better. The more the better.
Once again, it's about what is the purpose of this concept we call marriage. And can that individual, if he's doing that, can he handle the responsibilities that come with that?
So what are those responsibilities? Because let me ask.
For me, now go ahead, ask your question.
If a person, because I think right now, especially with the war, I still believe there is a war against the black family, the black woman, and the black men. But a lot of people say that, and I know Malcolm has said it, but I don't think that's the case anymore. That there's this significant war on black women, which I do believe that's happening, but I do believe that the black man is under attack even more so than the black woman. And I do believe that because a lot of times, even when I was in the workplace, I witnessed them, how they will degrade the black man and lift me up on the job. You know what I'm saying? And they do that purposefully because they want to tear down the black man because they're intimidated by the black man. So a black man may make less than a woman makes. And he may, if he was to get in a poly relationship, I think poly relationships for the purpose of nation building, as far as even on an economic level, is if they take on two wives and maybe the husband and one of the wives is a work or bringing in both incomes. He may not be able to afford to take care of everybody from an economic standpoint, but he can still be a provider. And I'm not trying to be in no poly relationship, but that's what I'm talking about, with tolerance about what other people may decide to do. Right. And if they decide to do it, I could definitely see where a person would be like, okay, this brother may not be able to provide economically for everybody, and we all ain't got to work. One of us got to go out here and work, but us two will work, and then he's going to bring to the table that father figure role we need, that masculine energy that is needed, and that role model for the men, and that protection piece. And he may not make six figures.
Right, he may not. See, and you know what you need to, but he may be the brother. If you're living on a lot of land, right? He may not make the money that you make, but he may be the brother that get out there and put a garden out there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And get up 6 o'clock in the morning and make sure that things are being done to the garden. Make sure that when you get ready to cook, that all of the stuff is there in the kitchen for you. You know what I'm saying?
For any of that to work, it has to be on purpose. It has to have a purpose, and what a lot of men lack is a sense of purpose. We just want to satisfy our feelings. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of these poly relationships that a lot of people's talking about, you hear motherfuckers talk about it from a personal perspective. If it's a nation building perspective, you know what I'm saying? Have at it. Mm-hmm. But when you just got these brothers with poly babies, you know what I'm saying? That's not healthy. And they have no character. Right. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing but dick. That's it.
And the children are wild and all out there.
Right. And the children are being raised by one unit, and they're learning they're getting mixed signals about the roles of a family. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The woman's supposed to do everything. So then what happens when those children grow up and they go out and look for a woman?
They want a woman that's going to do everything. And that happens even without the man in the home.
Exactly.
As a single mother, they see the woman doing everything. And then so that's their expectation of what it is supposed to look like.
I was allowed to sit around and play my games. That's it. I saw nothing else. I didn't see
no value,
image of me.
no values or nothing.
Right. And no purpose.
Right.
You haven't been forced or had conversations with by other men in your group to say, listen, you got to have a purpose. You have to be of service to the tribe. So you have to be of service to this family. You know what I'm saying? Because we bring families together. And it wasn't about, like you said earlier, it wasn't about how somebody looked. It's about what could they contribute to the collective. And what we got is our collective is composed of people that are together because, oh, he make me feel good, or she make me feel, oh, she looks so good. When in fact, I'm gonna just quote one of my ancestors who died mad at me, by the way. But anyway, she told me when I was going through a breakup when I was younger, she said, Hatim, you getting it wrong. And I say this all the time. She said, Brother Hatim, Mama Malika, I never forget it. She said, love ain't shit. And she explained to me why. She said, because I see you as my child and all of y'all around me. All of the relationships that I'm having when I go over here and I'm married to such and such, because I know you laugh about how many times I've been married, but every last one of them, I did those so that y'all would have connections.
Mm-hmm. So
and it worked because I got my wife because of her connection.
So love, do you not care if you love your mate?
See, this the issue.
Do you?
Now, let me say this. For me, of course, there's going to be love involved when you're around somebody all the time. But the major piece in my relationship that maintains my family is my duty to them.
That's true.
Duty to them. Now, I could be loving her and giving her flowers and focused on how I'm going to please her and not make no money because that's where all my goddamn energy is. And men, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. One of the most attractive things to a woman is a man on purpose. Now, when they're young, when we was young, they ain't get it, right? But as you start getting older,
right, and
as we start raising our children, right, when a woman see a man on purpose, a man with purpose, she wants that man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If you are a man on purpose, as you say, that's going to attract women to you.
Exactly.
So when you get to be a certain age, and I still feel like, you talking about, this particular person, I ain't gonna say his name, but we all know him. He talks about how he can't get nobody, but you ain't a man on purpose. And then he want to blame the women to why you can't find no woman. Because all women, I'm a nice guy.
Right.
And so I can't get no woman. When in actuality, motherfucker, you ain't a man on purpose, motherfucker.
Now, and this is the issue. Right. Hey, stop it. And this is because the mic is good. But anyway, this is the issue because this is what starts to happen. This is what I noticed in my short life. When I used to focus on women and I focused on trying to make the woman happy, my relationship will always go to hell. I love you. I want to be around you, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I said, fuck that shit, and I just got straight into doing nation building and doing what I'm doing, I don't have them goddamn problems.
Because a woman don't want nobody that's all up under them all the time either.
A real woman don't. See, because a real woman, because for me, if I'm bringing flowers, you know what I'm saying? My wife questioned why the fuck I'm bringing flowers because this is the issue. Nigga, if you had time to be thinking about that, you could have time to think about how to get to being one of those six-figure niggas that we was just talking about. You spending all your time on that. My wife want results. She want results. She might complain about me being on purpose and shit like this, but she want results. And I respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like because I don't because what happens is how can I put it? You hear some women talk and they say they want this romantic vision of a man coming in and doing all this shit for them. But then when they get that shit, they don't respect it and they don't like it. They don't like it because you ain't on purpose. Man, black men
Your
get
only
on
purpose
purpose.
is
It's her.
pleasing me. And that right there
That shit
is
is
an
unattractive.
immediate fair. It's not attractive at all. It's not attractive at all. I mean, because then you get looked at like you a sucker.
Right. And then our confusion is about this love. You know, love is fake. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? Until you're about purpose. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're about purpose, the stuff I'm doing, I don't have to tell you I love you. I'm showing you.
I'm showing you. I'm showing you. I'm going out here being a man because I can't. Back in the day, if I was hunting,
still need words of affirmation.
But okay, cool. We can give words of affirmation, but this is the issue. This is the issue. If I got to constantly affirm you, then we need to.
I ain't say constantly.
We need to sit down and talk.
Not only do we might need to get a third party in there to talk to your ass because there might be some self-esteem issues there that you might need.
Than dating a motherfucker with low self-esteem.
Yeah.
See, because this is the issue.
I don't do it.
See, you don't have time. See, if I'm on purpose, I ain't got time to be worried about where you at, where you gonna be at. You see what I'm saying?
And you ain't got time to be worrying about me calling me up all the goddamn time because I'm on purpose.
Because you're gonna be about purpose, and I'm about purpose, and I know you about purpose. So we doing shit for the family.
Terrence Julian Scott said love is a European concept.
Very. The way we look at it.
Yeah.
See, because it for us, it was always about the duty.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, check this out. So if part of my duty is taking on another family, see, get uncomfortable now. See,
okay.
People get.
So what do you mean with taking on another family?
For example, there's a let's say in the neighborhood there's a single woman that get along with my wife that don't have
no man around.
Don't have no man around. Okay. She got a child.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, whether it's like through that marriage or I pull that family in to the unit. Now, whether I hook her up with somebody else that's in the tribe or whatever, but that's how we build. Now, back in the day, for example, if Alumala was my brother and I went to war and I died, my wife and my children's responsibility will flip over to him, and that will become his wife. We have always done shit like this, family. But the issue is when we start looking at these illusions that these motherfuckers have given us to keep their shit in line, because you can't get together. And black women, let me say this to you: if you seriously want a man, start cooking. God damn it! If you cook on a regular basis, motherfuckers gonna come to your house. You start letting motherfuckers know you cooking. I got all this extra food. Motherfuckers coming. And see, because we're so far outside of what we're doing. Yeah. Work for a man is like hunting. Yeah. It's supposed to be like hunting. I'm going out to get the game. I'll be back in 5 days.
That's right.
Or I'm going to war. And even in our traditional societies, check this out. Like with Shaka Zulu. A lot of people, we talk about African history.
Terrence said marriage is not about love as we have been tricked into. It's about nation building.
It's about nation building.
Miss Sister Tracy said that concept is biblical, the cooking part.
Cooking?
Yeah, the cooking.
Okay, it's biblical. Okay, all right.
Okay,
I don't know. Is that an agreement or disagreement?
It's an agreement. It's an agreement.
I'm just saying, because that's what holds families and tribes together. See
the Sunday dinners. Remember how we?
Oh my God!
The Sunday dinners.
Oh my God!
We gotta get back to the old school shit.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Now, and it's like this, and it's like we're so focused on each other and our individual satisfaction that we're missing out on the opportunity to change our community around. Family, they can't stop that. They might be able to stop you from getting certain jobs. They might be able to stop you from getting certain levels of education. They might be able to stop you from getting certain certifications, but they can't stop us from looking at somebody and realizing my duty is to take care of her. Her duty is to take care of me. And when we bring somebody else in, we take care of them. We link up with this family and we all start working together. Go ahead.
When you try to link up sometimes with other women, who are even whether you take them in as your wife or you take them in as the help, and then you try to sometimes discipline their children.
It's an issue.
It's an issue.
It's an issue.
That's the reason why, before you start disciplining anybody else children, y'all need to sit down and talk with her. Say, do you mind if I see your kid? Because this is what the people used to do it. Oh, you don't see them having that conversation, but they done had that conversation. Do you mind that if I see your child getting out of line, when you're not around or when you're around,
right.
me chastising him, you know what I'm saying? If they say no, would you let them go? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why it's important to have tribe, like
Right.
you said, because if you already have a tribe formed, you're gonna be comfortable,
Right.
because that person came from your tribe,
right?
And you do know they
You
got the
saw
best
what they're
interest in
about.
heart.
You know
what
about.
I'm saying?
You know about.
But when you got a motherfucker across the street
that you don't know.
got know nothing about, and this motherfucker got your child hemmed up by his motherfucking shit, you gonna be like, hold the fuck up.
Because
Wait a
you
minute.
a stranger, nigga.
Because you a stranger to the
Stranger
tribe.
danger. Stranger danger.
That's why we at Giame are so focused on tribe. And that's why I always say, a lot of times I can actually say, in my tribe, this is not what's going on. Whether it be, how we talk about some of the fashion pics that some of the young men are making with they damn near wearing booty shorts
Oh
now.
my God.
But I don't see none of the young men in our tribe
They're not
doing that. Not in our tribe.
They're not.
That's why it's important to tribe up. So if you would like to have your children to be a part of the tribe, or you would like to be a part of the tribe, join us at Giame Journey Media. Shoot us an email or inbox on Facebook at Giame Journey Media and learn how to become part of our tribe.
Right. Or build your own goddamn tribe. Because this is the issue, family. There's enough room for all of us. We're not in competition, but we need to learn how and where to apply our focus. Because check this out. When I was young, I wanted to either be a scientist or like watching gangster movies. I want to be like the Godfather, but I had to accept my position. I accept my position. I'm more of a counselor. I'm more of a consigliere. I'm more of the side dude that can help other people reach their greatness. And that's what I try to do with these young people, because I understand my role. I accept who I am. I got rid of the goddamn illusions, and I
didn't
be
even
who I
open the
am.
line today. I forgot.
I mean, because we having a good conversation. Because this is the shit we need to be talking about. Because look, tribe over everything. Because now, and this is something else. You know, in your relationships, there needs to be something higher in the relationship that y'all working towards. If the end goal of me and your relationship is me and your relationship, that shit always gonna crumble. But when we have a higher purpose and something higher guiding us, this is why we keep talking about a tribe is above all that shit.
Let me ask you this, Lumala, because you're kind of quiet. So, have you ever had an incident with a woman that you felt like you knew that it wasn't going to work out because she didn't have a purpose?
I think so. I really think so, because and then she had a daughter too.
So what made you feel like she didn't have a purpose?
Because we used to talk, and we wound up living together at a point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl.
Speak up a little bit.
The little girl I think she was like real stubborn,
Okay.
Talking back.
She had a baby kid?
Well, this was one shit, so I don't know. But I mean, she wasn't a baby kid, but she would do that with her mother.
Okay.
And I told her mother that, those things shouldn't have to take place. Shouldn't have to take place, or shouldn't take place. You know what I'm saying? Because if it continues to take place, then there's going to be a lot, when she get older, there's going to be a lot of disrespect toward you. You know what I'm saying? And one time she told me, she said, well, something about, like, we broke up because of it. You know what I'm saying?
You split up because of the situation with the daughter.
Yeah, because of the situation with her. This little girl, I remember 5 years old.
She was how old?
5 years old.
5 years old? Okay.
This because, she kept allowing it. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want me to say nothing to it. She didn't want me to say anything to the daughter.
You ain't my daddy. You
the
ain't my baby daddy.
And then the mom will see, and once again, that's where the tribe norms come in, because this is the issue. To take responsibility for the children in our community, and even some sisters, without your dick being involved. You understand what I'm saying? This is a whole nother level. Listen, I have seen more black organizations fucked up by money and dick and pussy. Yeah. Period. Yeah. That's what, if you want to look at the bottom line of what crushed it, we can scream white supremacy all we want, but I'm telling you, there was a little bit of dick and money spread up in that. Yeah. And we got to be clear, because when money is the piece, right? That's not bigger. That's not bigger.
Anthony Alfred says sometimes mothers refuse to take their titty out their child's mouth. Mm-hmm. And that does happen sometimes. For sure. That happens sometimes. But this is the importance of tribe, because once you have people in the tribe that you are more comfortable with, you're more willing to take that titty out the baby's mouth. But if I don't know you, nigga, right. And this is the thing a lot of black men need to stop doing. They think because you come in, I don't know you, nigga, we done fucked. Now you think you're going to just come in out of nowhere and discipline my child or my grandchild, and that my grandchild don't know you, and I really didn't know you enough to be screwing you, or my son don't know you or whatever. And now you think because you did that, somehow you got the right to come in and tell me and discipline my children, when that went way wrong. The order of that is way fucking wrong. You should have came in and you know, got to know the people involved and become a tribe first.
Right. But say what shouldn't have happened first? The
sexual part.
There you go. Because you get intimate, and now I think I know you because I heard you moan. I done made you moan, so now I got some type of authority.
I got some authority.
I got some authority.
And tell your kids, you know what I'm saying?
So what we have to understand is that when we start coming together as men and women, we got to expand it beyond the dick and the pussy, because that is a functional part of a male and female relationship at a certain level. But there's other aspects of relationships that we have to understand. In Giame, we talk about the stool of relationship. The stool of relationship is a three-legged stool. On that stool, you have a seat. That is the relationship, and it should support you. The relationship has three legs: respect, responsibility, and reciprocity. If any one of those legs is missing from that stool, the stool is no good. You need to get out of the relationship. You need to throw the goddamn stool out. You need three aspects of a relationship to make it work: respect, responsibility, and reciprocity. If we're jumping over hoops and we're getting intimate, right? We're getting intimate without measuring a motherfucker, without testing each other, without getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? The best relationships I had in my life was the ones where the sex was held off for a long time, whether because of distance or whether because one of the parties in that relationship was like, no, fuck that. Right. You want to be with me? I want to see if you want to be with me.
That's right. I'm trying to get to see who you are.
I'm trying to get to see who you are before I let you in me.
Sex can't cloud a thing. Sex will cloud a thing.
Sex, because sex unleashes a lot of emotions. Sex deals with you on all levels: physical, mental. It's the five parts of being: intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. It fucks with you on all levels. So of course shit is gonna get mixed up then, because we got intimate, and because we got intimate, as they say in the Bible. No. You think about how they talked about sex in the old days. They didn't say I fucked her. They said, yeah, I knew her.
Yeah,
I knew her. Right? When they talking about somebody they got, yeah, I knew her. Yeah, I knew her. You know, that's how they used to talk about it. So go ahead.
So
don't get me jumping off.
Well, shout out to LA. She said, facts, that is knowledge. We're gonna sum it up here in a minute. Terrence Julian Scott said, this is why a lot of men look for women without children. If the child is disrespectful and it goes unchecked, run, brother, run.
Goddamn right.
But what do we say in the one show? You fuck around, catch a case.
You catch a case. Nowadays, see, because that's a whole nother aspect, a whole nother piece that they put in there to throw a roadblock for us developing families. You know what I'm saying? This is my child, see, and that's the whole piece. The result of the sexual act should not be yours. It belongs to the family. It belongs to the tribe. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can't check this little baby, then maybe you need to send it to the father's family, or if it's with the daughter with the man, you might need to send it to the mother's family, because somebody needs to check them. Or you need to build up a tribe of, like Navita said, of people that you trust and people that you know have the best interests at heart, and you have been able to see their character and let them help you with the child. Because ladies, this is stopping you in the long run from possibly hooking up with other men.
Maybe even a high power motherfucker.
Right.
High power, or you can have a high value man. You know what I'm saying? I just have a different view of the high value, because it's like I don't make a lot of money, but shit, I done helped a lot of motherfuckers stay out of jail and live a good life. Shit.
And then you're stunting their growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're stunting the child's growth.
Terrence said discipline from the man is necessary. We do it differently.
Right. And there's a certain tone. And I could just say something to my little girls when they cry. I can see it in my son when I come at him. All my sons, even grown. I done had grown men. I remember I was at summer camp. I did some fucked up shit happen around me. A man that I call one of the men that I call my spiritual father came into my cabin and cussed me out in front of my boys. And I sat right there and I started crying like a kid, because the man that I respected had to check me, and I put myself in a situation that I could have avoided, and I was wrong, and I was like, God damn, and I started crying like a goddamn kid. See, we don't have those relationships no more. A lot of us don't have those. I'm blessed to have those relationships with mine. Tribe up. God damn it.
Tribe up. We always talk about it at GMA. Tribe up.
A tribe is an institution.
If you want to start your own tribe, or you want to join our tribe, you know,
we only got a room for 150 people. Then we got to break it.
So that's how we roll at GMA.
That's how we roll.
Okay. So anybody got any last comments to shit today? Any last words and shit?
Well, let's read some of the comments.
I've been reading them.
You read it? It definitely needs to be discussed from the beginning. Okay. She talking about the discipline and the children and stuff. Is a he? Oh.
Terrence.
Oh, I thought it said Tamika. I can't read. I ain't got my glasses on. I'm sorry, Terrence. But family, make sure y'all make sure y'all subscribe, because we will be launching the Blunt Talk channel soon, so that y'all, because you get everything Blunt Talk, everything Navita. Navita has her t-shirt,
my apparel line.
Her apparel line is going to be dropping as well, and you'll be able to find it at, what is it?
Oh, no shit.
Oh, gosh. You don't remember her?
AbstractRebel.com.
It's going to be AbstractRebel.com.
And you'll be able to get all your abstract clothing there. And it's not going to be just t-shirts. It's going to be a variety of a variety. And it's all going to be abstract. So look forward to that. Shout out to Illumila and Zawadi Books. Yeah. You want your books? Hook up with Illumila. Don't hook up with Barnes and Noble. Don't hook up with Amazon. We got a black bookstore, and he can deliver all over the motherfucking United States. So you want a book? You want some oils? You want some jewelry? You want some chew sticks? He got all that shit. Black dolls. All of that is at Zawadi Books. What's the number, Lumala?
614-321-2476. That's 614-321-2476.
321-6476.
321-2476.
God damn it. He did that on purpose. He just wanted to argue.
2476.
Yeah, whatever it is. They'll figure it out.
That's too many goddamn numbers.
But you know what? I do want to lead this with everybody too. Women, girls, young girls, whoever listening out there, don't be so fast to give it up. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Don't be so fast to give it up. If he say he love you, that don't mean that you got to give it up.
Oh, say old ladies too. And I want to reverse that on the males too. Men, stop being so loose with your goddamn seed.
Right.
Stop.
Don't act like the buck on the plantation.
Right.
That's what I always say. You ain't got to be the buck.
You
on
ain't
the
got to.
plantation.
You don't have to. Listen to me. Some of the most powerful individuals I have in my life are women. Right? Non-sexual relationships, and they get shit done. And I've seen a lot of people just think with their dicks and fuck up everything. Right. I'm telling you, those of you that want to come to my tribe, don't you fuck up my shit because you trying to run through. Because I got something for your ass, and it might not be comfortable.
Yeah, because Hot Tim gonna.
Shut up.
I scared his ass one day. That nigga, he's about to karate chop my ass. He did one of these. My grandson. Yeah, he scared that nigga. That motherfucker was like, huh. And got in this mood like he's about to beat my grandson up. I was like, oh, nigga, calm down, nigga. Shit. It was a joke, motherfucker.
It wasn't funny. That shit was not funny.
What's that saying? You was all low to the ground like Anderson Silva and shit. Motherfucker was like, about to kick my grandson. I was
but you know. But anyway, family. Hey,
thank y'all for joining us.
Try. Shit.
Drive up.
Look at your ass. All right, hey, family. Hey, make sure you do a thumbs up if you liked it. Like and
you can
share.
Also go to YouTube. We on YouTube. You can watch it at Kwanzaa 365 Space Media. Kwanzaa, KWANZAA 365 Space Media coming soon. Juneteenth. We having the big second annual.
Wait. What's going on? What we having? Tell them what we having.
We having the second annual Juneteenth family reunion barbecue fish fry, and this time we're gonna do a seafood boil.
Seafood? What you mean by seafood?
We talking about lobster and crab and shrimp, all that shit that go in the seafood boil.
And we trying to get the. If you know where to get live crabs, let us know because we doing it big.
So June 19th, right here. I'm gonna put a flyer out. You know what I'm saying? BYOB, bring your own bottle and bring your own chair just in case we run out of chairs. Bring your folding chair. We're going to have music. We're going to have food. All the food is on us. You just bring your shit. You know what I'm saying?
And if you do bring some shit and you got the shit, we're going to have an outhouse in the back for you.
And we're going to have in LA, we already have had requests for your mac and cheese, goddammit. And we can pay for the ingredients because I know it's high as giraffe ass. So I just want to put you on notice. The talks have been going on. Your daughter says Saragas has live crab. Okay.
I don't know about getting them from Saragas.
What is that? What it's called?
Oh, and speaking of my daughter, she has a fashion line coming out too. It's called LBM. Little Booties Matter. Go and check her out. Go. If you got your link, post it up too, girl, before we get up off of here.
Okay.
Tribe up, fam. Tribe up.
Journey.
And Keisha, your presence has been requested over here to help us out with this seafood boy. I'm requesting it, goddammit.
Okay, so we had a good time when we did the first one, and we're going to have a good time with this one. We ain't shut it down till about 3 a.m. last time. So we got a lot more space too this time. So we really gonna do it big, and we gonna be family. Ain't gonna be this. It was good, clean, fun. It's family. Bring your children, the whole nine. So we even got behind my house is a whole schoolyard back there. So hope to see you soon.
And we're gonna have some of the older warriors. Y'all gonna see Tribe in motion when y'all come over to this.
Yeah, you're gonna see our tribe. We love our tribe.
Tribe in motion.
Tribe in motion. All right. Thanks for joining us. Next week, same black time, same black channel. You did.
Blunt talk.
And
I didn't even quit today. Damn, it was a good conversation.
You didn't even quit. GMA Journey, y'all.